Mike, how would you describe the type of offense you're going to run? It's obviously not going to be the triangle, but it's going to be like San Antonio. It's going to be like Cleveland. How do you?
You know, I believe that you can take your defense from team to team to team, and you know, if you communicate, if you trust, and you help, and you do that with effort, you'll get stops. If you have a system where you can kind of help the guys out, then I believe you'll get more stops. But offensively, I think you have to cater to your personnel. You know, it was great in Cleveland because everybody said, you know, that Mike Brown, he doesn't know what he's talking about offensively. And you know, I might not have, I don't know. But I do know that our best player was a guy that liked the ball at the top of the floor, and LeBron James, and he liked to play pick and roll. And so if I could get that group to believe that, hey, you're going to win the game by getting stops, we have enough to score when you have a guy like LeBron James. Let's put a certain type of player around LeBron because he wants to play pick and roll. He wants to have the ball at the top of the floor. He wants to make plays, and he's very good at it. Then we'll have success. And so offensively, we just need to keep it simple, and we need to spend a ton of time on the defensive end to keep to get the confidence and the belief there.
So you build on Kobe as your LeBron type.
Well,
right?
and so it's a little different. We don't have a guy that wants to play pick and roll at the top of the floor for 30 out of 50 possessions. You know, we're not built that way. And we're built in a different way, which is we have the luxury of having 3 skilled bigs, 2 of them that are over 7 feet. And, so we need to utilize that as well as Kobe's strengths. And so when I think about that, it reminds me or takes me back to my time in San Antonio when we won a championship in '03, and we had 2 skilled 7-footers in Tim Duncan and David Robinson. The way we spaced the floor, the different things that we executed out of our early strong offense were advantageous to those guys, which made it advantageous to the rest of the team. And then we had a guy in Steven Jackson who was an off-the-block ISO guy who liked the ball at the elbow to ISO, and we had a guy in Manu Ginobili who liked to play pick and roll. So there's some similarities there in terms of us being able to find different ways to get Kobe the ball in our early offense, knowing that we need to utilize the skilled bigs that we have in Lamar and Powell and Andrew.
What sort of contingency plans have you had to put in place?
Say it again?
What sort of contingency plans have you had to put in place for just your overall practice regimen, just in case Lamar and Powell aren't going to be back for practice, at least in the next few days?
No, I'm practicing with who's here. Obviously we'd love to have Lamar. Obviously we'd love to have Powell. But we're going to go with who's here, and we're going to get better on a daily basis. And I think we did today.
Mike, if this trade had gone through, it obviously would have left you with a very different team size-wise and roster composition you have now. Does it signal a change at all in front office philosophy of what they want, or coaching staff philosophy? It would have been very radical.
In terms of the front office philosophy, that probably Mitch can answer that a little bit better. But obviously, basketball-wise, 2 of the 3 bigs that I'm talking about would have been gone. So the stuff that we have on paper right now, we wouldn't have had to throw out the window. We feel it's still pretty good, and we feel like we still have a talented. We would have had a skilled, talented center in Andrew, but we would have had to change a few things. But we don't have to right now, so that's the luxury of where we're sitting at right now.
Did you have input on it at all in terms of when this might have been happening?
Did I have what?
Input?
I believe, and this is new. This is all new to me, but I believe that to a certain degree, I will have input on everything. But at the end of the day, like I said, my job is to coach these guys, and it's Mitch's job to try to get this team better. But I think I'll have input on everything at the end of the day.
You talk about Cleveland, you had LeBron, you kind of tailored the offense to LeBron's likes.
Right.
Regardless of the scenarios, one thing that would be constant is Kobe Bryant here. How would you tailor your offense to suit his likes and needs and what he likes to do?
But we were able to do that based on the fact that we all study film and we all coached against Kobe, and we know where he likes the ball. We know where his sweet spots are, and the strong corner offense that we're running is tailored to that because there are a lot of different ways that we can put him there or get him there. And not only can we put him there and get him there, but he will have the choice sometimes to either go there.
Where's there?
or- There, he loves the between the elbows. If you ever look back on any of the Lakers games, the triangle offense was something that they ran very well. But at the end of the day, where Kobe had the ball, he had the ball between the elbows, or he had the ball in what we call the Karl Malone area, which is right off the block. And so, with what we're running or what we're implementing, he'll have plenty of opportunity to catch the ball there and be able to go to work.